Mayor in Mombasa died, waking up to this morning at the age of 78 after battling with diabetes and also what others term as asthmatic complications. And on that note, President Uhuru Kenyatta has sent his message of condolences to the family, saying that he will be remembered as an elder statesman, witty leader, and astute grassroots mobilizer who leaves behind a huge legacy on matters development. Of course, the developing story will be here to update you as and when it hits the newsroom. Now, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya wants the Building Bridges initiative to come up with the reforms in the judiciary to end corruption and delays in the expedition of justice. Munya has accused the judiciary as a contributor to interruptions in many key projects due to matters pending in court. Speaking in Malindi, the CS said that the court favors tycoons in court cases involving public properties that affect development projects from being implemented by the government.
Mara nyingi koti ndizo zinakatiza hii mambo. Kitu inajulikana ni ya wananchi, si ya mtu tajiri amechukua, anaenda kotini, ana uwezo na tuweka huko. Na hiyo ndio changamoto tuko naye kama serikali. Sasa serikali ya utekelezi ile imepigwa kura na wananchi, kitaka kufanya kitu nasimamisha. Lakini kwa magazeti tunasikia kila siku court independence iongezwe, pesa inaongezwa, sawa iongezwe. Lakini kiongezwa tunaona maana gani tumeona? Isipokuwa kukanyagia mambo ya wananchi siende mbele. Sasa tuongezee ya kukanyagia zaidi. Tuone pia ni vipi tutangazia hiyo ufisadi pia iishe kila kona zote. Siwe ufisadi kwa serikali tu ya tekelezi, iwe hata ufisadi ile iko ndani huko kwa makoti pia iangaziwe. Ndio wananchi waweze kupata nini? Haki.
Now, the government is set to unveil the fourth phase of the 15 billion shillings World Bank-funded youth training program aimed at unlocking opportunities for them through skills and training. Now, this is according to Principal Secretary, State Department for Youth, Julius Korir, who inspected private workshops in Nakuru's Bama area, where some of the beneficiaries of the Kenya Youth Employment Opportunity Program's third phase are interned. He said a further 380,000 youths are targeted for training on entrepreneurship skills through the Ministry
of Youth. Was meant giving young people skills and also livelihood, in that during the time when they are training they get some stipend to be able to support themselves, and then they are subjected through internship, and during that time also they get some support. So it is a way of livelihood support, while at the same time giving young people skills. So we are here today to now assess the readiness of our master craftsmen, the apprentices, who are going to train our young people, their readiness to resume work and ensure that they comply with the COVID-19 Ministry of Health regulations.
And about 170 health workers from Kirinyaga County have over the last 1 week been trained on infection prevention and control, that is IPC, as a way of combating the coronavirus. Now, the training that is has targeted technical and non-technical staff from selected health facilities was conducted by IPC experts from Kenyatta National Hospital. The week-long training involved 92 technical health workers and 80 non-technical staff.
This virus causes respiratory disease.
We've been sensitizing and training our healthcare workers. We have already trained almost 90%, over 95% of our staff have been sensitized on this. This will not only benefit the Kirinyaga healthcare workers, but also the community at large. Because when we are attending these people, we are sending our teams to the community especially on all-based care. We are also having our community health volunteers whom we are also sensitizing. So this knowledge will be cascaded not only at the hospital level or at the facility level, but also at the community level where we know now the disease is active.
Now, the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industries and North Rift Region's officials have welcomed the government's directive on the organization to lead local textile fabricators to manufacture standard masks to be brought by government to spur local economy. Boniface Baraza reports.
Speaking in Kitale, the officials said the move is handy for businesses that will be selected to fabricate the face mask as it helped them revive their business dreams. Martin Uliaula is the chamber president, Trans Nzoia County.
The chamber president made a deliberate effort to engage the Ministry of Health and national government to make sure that the issue of mask production should go down to local business people. As the chamber fraternity, that today in ages that we can see the local entrepreneurs are given opportunity to produce masks. We cannot import this mask anymore. And this is something we should be proud of ourselves. And this is where now we are talking agenda, buy Kenya, build Kenya.
Some of the traders say the move is timely since it will promote local economies while at the same time offer job opportunities by their firms.
I want to thank the members of the chamber, the Ministry of Health, for giving us a chance to produce masks as local traders. It's not only controlling the COVID-19, but we are also getting job opportunities to our youths for those who are doing tailoring, and we are also circulating the money in our county. We produce the quality mask. So there's no way of wasting money to import the masks, and we have the potential, we have the capacity to produce the mask.
The organization has entered into a partnership with Equity Bank and the Mastercard Foundation to have its members access low-interest loans worth 200 billion, which will help them in restoring their stalled businesses back to normalcy.
We have Mastercard Foundation, and we are very happy that we are partnering with them. They have advanced 600 million to Kenya National Chamber of Commerce to the businesses that are highly affected by COVID, and to state those businesses, the hawkers, the ones in restaurants and pubs. The other business is in the fashion industry. So we are going to advance loans to our members. The requirement is that you must be our member.
They spoke during a North Rift regional meeting that was held in Kitale town. Boniface Baraza, TV47, Trans Nzoia County.
Now, National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi now says the House has the authority to oversight the expenditure of COVID-19 funds. Muturi was speaking during the House Leadership Forum that started this morning. Elizabeth Mutuku has been following this forum and now joins us live. Liz, what else came out from this forum?
Well, good afternoon, Linda Leila. As you've just said, that the National Assembly has held its third leadership here at Ole Sereni, but there are various issues which has been touched on, including accountability on national resources accounted for in various sectors, where House leadership now says that the required agencies does not just need National Assembly to be able to implement the investigations on various corruption allegations. Now Speaker Justin Muturi and National and also Minority Leader John Mbadi now retaliating the importance of accountability, and not only accountability. John Mbadi said that the National Assembly and also ODM party will not be able to protect any of their members involved in corruption. That is what they are calling each and every day, saying that despite of what is going on in KEMSA and COVID-19 funds, the National Assembly will ensure that investigations and also oversight has been done fully. And they say that no party will be able to protect any corrupt member who has been involved in those deals. And now I'd like us to listen to what they said earlier in this meeting.
whether it is yes or is a no, it must be something that is justifiable in every circumstance. Parliament is not supposed to, it's not just a fight. A member has been denied the right to raise any issues. Yeah?
So as it stands right now, you will say that it is not an appendage of the executive, and neither has it been raised within the house that you're failing in your mandate as Parliament, the National Assembly.
You see, to say that Parliament is an appendage of the executive, I think is really failing to understand how parliaments and the executive the world over come into being. Whoever leads the executive is elected on a party platform, and he has members of parliament elected from his party. But he is elected to go to the executive. The members are elected to go to the legislature. Their work to do the legislative work and to oversight, regardless of whether they are from the same party. It is immaterial that they are from the same party. Indeed, I wonder what experiences do Kenyans talk of. We have seen ministers in the UK House of Commons. Yeah? We have seen ministers in several other parliaments, in India, in Australia. So I don't know where there are many. Those ministers are members of parliament, and they also have their own members of parliament. And you will see members of the parliament cross-examining or asking questions to ministers who belong to their party. And it has been there even here in the past. But today, the system we have is one in which ministers are not members of parliament. And therefore, the cross-examination that happens during question time happens in committees. That is the system we have. Unfortunately,
as people's representatives, we have a duty and responsibility to make sure that the public gets value for money. We have a responsibility to make sure that the public resources are utilized prudently and there is accountability. Mr. Speaker, sometimes it baffles me when I see honorable members. I see chairs, vice chairs, members of committees trying to speak on behalf of the executive, trying to be mouthpieces of the executive. You are not procurement officers in government ministries, departments and agencies. How would you know whether procurement has been done procedurally or irregularly? It is your duty to investigate matters. And I want to say, without any ambiguity here, that we are in the minority. We are still minority. ODM is the minority party. What has changed is circumstances under which we are operating. Previously, I remember, for us to get information about accountability in government, we used to rely on unconventional means, one of which was whistleblowers who could volunteer to come to us and share with us some information. At times we could rely on social media, but with quite a good degree of precision, we could bring out.
Well, that is what those two leaders had to say. And tomorrow, this meeting, they will be having Auditor General and also Treasury CS Ukuru Yatan, who also will be speaking on various matters on pertaining the Parliament. Back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth Mutuko, for the updates. We're expecting more from you, even as we proceed to a different story altogether. But again, revolves around the same conversation. The statement by ODM on a cancer scandal has continued to elicit mixed reactions from leaders across the country. Now, Machakos Town Member of Parliament, that is Victor Munyaka, has condemned the statement, saying thorough investigation should be done to expose the alleged alleged corruption, and of course donors in the Ministry of Health might withdraw. Moving on now, he has faulted ODM party for what he termed as denying corruption allegations. The Orange Party, however, has said it did not defend corruption, but certainly want the audit conducted.
Can you imagine? Na najua nimeshangaa sana Secretary General wa ODM anaitwa Sifuna akisema hakuna pesa imepotea. Na sisi tunaona madaktari wakienda on strike, wakigoma kwa sababu hawajalipwa pesa zao, hata wajapewa ile uniform ya kupatia hao protection. Then Sifuna as the strength ya kusema ati hakuna pesa imepotea, na tunaona pesa imepotea in form of billions. Sasa kama mtu anaibia wagonjwa pesa ya wagonjwa, sasa ni kitu gani ingine hawezi kuimba? All along Wakenya wamekuwa wakifikiria kama ODM ni watu ambao ni straight. Lakini out of that statement, I think ODM is not a clean party. Those leaders ambao wanaongezwa na Raila, they are not clean the way they pretend. Because Kenyans have lost a lot of money. Even donors are threatening to withdraw support for money, funds to the health sector. Na hao wanasema no money has been lost. Raila anataka referendum, 2 billion itumike kwa referendum. Sasa watoto wako huku nyumbani and somebody is talking about 2 billion to go to a referendum ya kujitafutia kiti yake wewe mwenyewe. Mimi nawaambia walete hiyo referendum, sisi Machakos tutaangusha.
Well, it's now time that we take a short break. We'll be right back with more news, so don't you go anywhere. And thank you for choosing to stay with us. It's now time that we proceed with more news right here. As promised, now Karimindu Dam project contractors have been advised to adopt a 24-hour working system in order to recover the lost time. Now, according to Water CS Cicely Kariuki, the dam construction that was stopped for 2 months due to COVID-19 now requires hastened construction in order to get back on track as previously scheduled.
The project has suffered a delay of about 2 months. Largely attributable to the onset of COVID at the beginning of this year. However, we have put in protocol that the workers, the supervisor, the consultants, the employer will have to adhere to, and we have agreed that this is one of the projects where delay will not be allowed. COVID, no COVID. We are moving to a 24-hour cycle, and that we have agreed with the contractor on the ground today, and therefore there will be engaging additional labor to be able to fast track and recover the 2 months that is lost.
We proud to have the we have to stop
And to most stories, migratory birds have started arriving at Lake Olbusosat in Nyandarua County from parts of Europe and Asia as the countries experience the winter season. Bird watchers and residents have expressed their reactions on the migratory birds and are turning out in numbers as George Ndungu, an anthologist, leads a team of bird watchers in identifying the birds and taking a data as part of the study of their presence and behaviors.
Some of them, they are migratory birds from Europe and Asia, and some of them, they are threatened and they need conservation. Among the key species of conservation interest here in the Olbusosat, these are the two that are listed endangered in the IUCN data of the threatened species. These are the sharp long claw, which is a Kenyan endemic bird, and we have the grey crowned crane, who also is an African endemic bird.
And beautiful, I must say. Away from that, let's get sport.